Very excited for the homecoming victory. Happy for our alumni, our team, our student body, our faculty and administration. And very pleased with the way our defense played and performed. And very excited. First time in school history we've never given up a touchdown. So I think it shows how outstanding our defense was today and the way basically they've been through the season. And hopefully we can get healthy and get ready to go down and play South Alabama in a big-time football game.
Talk about how you guys weren't healthy today. Can you talk about what you saw from the guys who stepped in that you played?
Oh, I thought, offensively it was a little rough. Anytime we lost our starting quarterback on Thursday during the 2-minute drill, and he gets the majority of the reps all week long. And then for Aaron Winchester, find out he was the starter this morning. I thought, there are some things he wished he had back, but for his first time, he was able to move the ball around with his feet early in the game. We've got to get him, a game plan for him if Connor can't get back. And I was happy with the way, like, Darius Stubbs ran the ball. I thought we ran the ball. I think we had 166 yards rushing. We scrapped, and obviously, a mark of a good football team is when the offense is struggling a little bit, the defense picks it up for them, and special teams. So I thought that was the case. They played together as a team. Defense got some scores, offense got some scores, and we won the game. So, happy about that for those young men.
Coach, how much did the offensive game plan change when you found out that?
Drastically. Drastically. Connor's skill set is not the same as Aaron's skill set. So, the majority of the game plan is set for your starter. And when you find out that late, that it's going to be the other guy, you can only change so much because what you practiced all week. So there was a lot of adjustments going on during the game and trying to whittle down what he felt comfortable with and what he didn't. But I thought for being put into that situation on such short notice, I thought he did a really good job. There were some decisions he wished he had back, but that's part of the learning process. Yes, sir.
Does Darius Stubbs' great day today warrant him some future snaps in the future?
Well, he's playing about as much as anybody else at running back. So, we still like to alternate and use Trey Barnett, and you'll see Kendrick Dorn and DeMarcus Kirk some more. But, yes, he played well, but we still do it running back by committee. He'll get more as he keeps going, but, it's still going to be running back by committee.
Can you speak to the involvement of this offensive line where it seems like almost anybody can run out of the backfield behind them?
Well, they're getting better. They're putting the work in. The one group on the whole field that's the hardest to get in sync together is the offensive line, because it takes 5 guys all doing the exact same thing all the time. So, and with the calls, so they're getting better at it. They're going to need to be really good next week because South Alabama's got a good defense. But as long as we can continue to get better and run the football, then it takes the pressure off the quarterback position. And when you're breaking in a different quarterback, it helps things out. And with that quarterback, he can also help with his feet. Yes, sir.
What's the injury situation in this game?
From the game, I have not been made aware of any significant injuries. There's, guy got his foot stepped on, got an ankle twisted, somebody hurt, got a cut lip. Nothing that I know of at this moment. I know Antrell Allen was being looked at for concussion, but other than that, that's the only one that I know of so far.
Once you knew Aaron needed to play this week, what was the plan to use his legs more in this game than you used the other quarterbacks in the past?
Are you talking about Aaron?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's his skill set. Aaron's a really good runner, and I think he proved that out there. Now, you can't get too heavy on it and run him all the time, but, you got to use his skill set to an advantage. And once we realized that he was going to have to start, then, yeah, you got to start calling plays that fit him.
Comes back to the play, your secondary again. They played outstanding again today. Anything more you can say about them?
I think they've done an outstanding job overcoming their coaching. That was a joke. Yeah. No.
Are you doing anything special for Coach Minner?
Me?
Yeah, just like taking him out.
For ice cream? No. I take good care of Coach Minner. So, he knows.
What makes Coach Minner such a great defensive coach, and what makes the defense? Because the last few years they've really improved. What's really been the one thing you could say has led to this improvement?
They've got good players. They've got good defensive line. You've got excellent cover corners. You've got good safeties. You've got good linebackers. They believe in what we're doing, and they play hard. They work hard during the week, and, it's a great scheme. They're coached well, but we've got good players. It's all about the players. You got to understand. These guys work their tails off, and I know our record doesn't show it, but we're better than our record shows, and we'll continue to get better. And, we don't feel like there's a game we can't win. So, we've got good players, to answer your question. Yes.
What was UT Martin trying to do to stop Aaron? How he's able to scramble, and what did you guys do to adjust to that?
They run a 3-3-5. They run an odd stack, what we call it. And sometimes the reason it would be so hard for Aaron to throw the ball today is a lot of times they were dropping 8 guys into coverage. So there are not a lot of windows, and especially if you don't have a lot of experience. So, the deal to get him off early was to run him, get his confidence up, let him make some plays with his feet. What they tried to do was they kept bringing their Sam linebacker and bringing him down on the line of scrimmage and then rotating their coverage to try to get an extra guy down there. So we just had to be patient. We knew it wasn't going to be pretty and get to some things. There was a lot of that game that you were filling out to feel what he came back and said he felt comfortable with. So, that's what happens when you get, with the guy that hadn't been taking the reps. So once he started getting comfortable, we were able to do a few more things. So you saw a big pass right before the half to Todd Boyd, but then we come back and make the mistake, right before the half. So, there's going to be some moments, but also there's going to be some ooh and ah moments, and that's what he brings with his feet. So the adjustments that were made, but what they were doing was bringing an extra guy down, and what we were doing is trying to get outside of that, come back with counter, come back with power, and hit it up inside.
Coach, you always talk about that next minute mentality. BJ getting 2 picks and a touchdown.
Should have had 3.
And Darius also.
He wondered why he doesn't get to play on the offense. There he goes. Dropped the ball.
Darius also picking up a touchdown. Can you talk about what it's like for you when you see that actually manifest itself in these guys both taking advantage of these opportunities?
Well, for me, I'm just satisfied because they're having success. You see Darius Stubbs as a true freshman run over some guys and go take it to the house. That's a great thing to see a freshman do, and he's just getting better. He's not a freshman anymore because he's played enough now. And then to see guys like B.J. Clay that work so hard and such good people. These guys are good students. They represent the university the right way off the football field. They're community service guys. They're doing all the things the right way, and it's great for me to see them have success and the smile on their face. Do you have kids? Okay, so when you have kids and one of the proudest moments of your life is when you look and you see the thrill and the happiness that's in their eyes from having some success. So, in this program, it's all about those young men, academically, socially, spiritually, and athletically. Today it was positive athletically, and it's always been a positive with all the other stuff. So I'm very proud of our football team. I'm very proud of the way they performed today. And it could have been a very tough situation. You lose your starting quarterback a day before the game. It could have been a lot of heads hung low, and that's a good football team we beat. Don't let it fool you. That team went out and had Hawaii beat at Hawaii, and they're one of the best teams in the Mountain West. They went to Cincinnati the first game of the season, had every chance to win that game. They're going to win a bunch in their conference. They're a good football team that's fighting to get into 1AA playoffs. So, I see my guys get excited about that, and then that just makes me happy for them. For them.
You have an important stretch of games coming up in the Sun Belt.
They're all important.
Well, right.
The only stretch that we have, I'm not to cut you short, the only stretch that we have is enjoying this until midnight and then starting on South Alabama. Really. I'm just being honest. That's not coaches speak. That's what we do. And that's the mentality that they have to have. Enjoy yourself the right way. No time, place, substance, company, social media. Okay? If it's late at night, it's probably not very good after midnight. Places, they all know the places to go and not to go. Substances we always talk about. Company, hang out with the right people. People have the same kind of goals, not with the people that could get you in trouble. And then social media, be smart. Don't put anything stupid out on social media. Midnight hits, go to bed, get up. It's all South Alabama. That's the only thing we'll talk about. Okay?
Right, well, I mean, in terms of your goal, you have an important stretch coming up. You know, the players want you to get back to the bowl game.
Our goal is to beat South Alabama. You're not going to get, I will not make a comment other than the fact that our goal as a team to get ready to play South Alabama. There is no thought of a stretch or a run or nothing.
And I got you. But you have Connor was out today, and Rucker was out again today. Do you expect to have players like Rucker, Connor, back for South Alabama, or do you?
I don't know yet. I don't make, when it comes to the medical, I've got a great medical staff. Bob Murphy does a great job. Dr. Griffin, Dr. Kircher. I give it all to them, and then they just inform me, usually on Sunday or Monday morning. So I have no idea. I hope they come back. It'd be nice to get them back. You know, you're talking about all conference players. You want to be able to go into that game with everything, but I have no idea.
Talk about the performance Michael Shaw had today, especially when they couldn't really put the ball in, so a lot of the passes were guys really shut
Michael Shaw is what we refer to as a beast. That guy plays on the edge. He sets an edge. He's got length. He can run. He's physical. He is a dominant defensive player. So he does a great job on the edge of our defensive setting that so they can't get into long runs and big runs. And I think it shows when you look at their stats, you know, what they held him to rushing-wise. I mean, I think it was 110 yards net, you know, on 31 attempts. That's pretty good. Pretty good. They averaged probably about a little over. I had one guy averaged 2.6 and 3.0 per carry. Pretty good. Yes, sir.
Trey Payne today, we got him down here for 6 tackles. He also had a kick return. He was long.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this is my 30th year of coaching. I have never gotten to our 4th long snapper. That's just unheard of. We've lost our 2 starters within 2 weeks, and now Trey has stepped in. He long snaps. He's a starting inside linebacker. He makes all the calls, gets everybody lined up. He gets an interception in the first series of the game, and he returns a kickoff for a good amount. I mean, again, we've got good people and we've got good players. They're representing the university the right way. They're doing their job academically, and they do their job on the football field. We need to win more games. We know that, but at the same time, we've got great young men, and he's one of them.
Just got a great rush from the D-line. Linebackers pushed out and did their job, and the safeties just made the call. So, and, of course, the defensive coordinator. So I was just in the right place at the right time. Wish I had that third one. I wish I had that third one. I was beating myself up a little bit that they got that field goal, but yeah, I wish I had that third one.
You guys always preach that next man up mentality. You get that opportunity to fill in for somebody like Jerome, especially in such a rocky defense. What's it like to, you know, actually step up and be ready to take advantage of the opportunity?
It's just a great confidence builder. Playing behind guys like Chandon and Jerome, best cornerbacks and some of the top in the nation. I'm just thankful. You just got to take every day. Like it's your last because you never know when you're going to get injured and stuff like that. So just appreciative and just happy to help my team.
I know you joke with Coach about if you call the third when you play offense. Do you actually have aspirations to play on offense, or are you comfortable with that?
Of course, I'm comfortable where I'm at, but you know, if I can help anywhere, I'm more than welcome to.
Before the season started, Bobby Baker said that your defense would be the best in the Sun Belt. Do you agree with that, and what makes them so good?
Of course, we like to think that we're the best in the Sun Belt. That's how I feel like you have to play. You just got to be very confident, especially in today's like football, I guess. You just got to be very confident. And then just go on, take every day, just be very confident on the field, off the field, whatever you do, just confidence. And that's what we preach. And like you said, we preach next man up. So it's just confidence.
Bunch of interceptions today. Even when you weren't picking the ball off, guys had hands on the ball. Whether it was batting the ball down or nearly picking it off. How was film study this week that y'all were so dialed in?
Just like I said earlier, you just got to take things day by day. And like Coach Miles said, we got 24 hours to get it out of your system, and then we're on to the next game. But you just gotta be humble and just take everything day by day and just go hard. That's all.
So you were going film, so you get put in the right position.
Hmm.
See those plays coming.
Right. Make the calls and stuff.
So you were ready for a lot of that. You had been seeing some of that in the breakdown film study, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so y'all had a good game plan going in. You would think.
Yeah, yes, sir. I feel like we always have a great game plan. With the head coach we have, defensive coordinator, defensive staff, we always have a great game plan. You just got to go out and make plays.
Yeah, one of the first pick sixes in our program history. Just speak about, making that decision to come to Georgia State and being one of the building blocks to the beginning.
Just got to give glory to God on that one. He just led me in the right direction. I just felt like Georgia State was home. Growing up, I just always loved Atlanta. So it was just the right fit for me. So I just felt like it was home.
Winning homecoming is always special. Makes it a little better homecoming once you win.
Right. This was the first homecoming I've actually won being here. So it's special. Above all else, it's special. Especially with the season that we're having. We're struggling a little bit earlier. But a win today, homecoming, is just great, good.
They had a lot of guys that were really big out there on the outside receivers. So what type of routes were they trying to run on you, trying to win that size advantage?
Of course, when you have bigger guys, you try to throw deep balls, try to throw jump balls, and just get those guys in space. They had great athletes, but you just got to compete. That's all.
How much does it help when you're practicing against guys like on your squad on the offensive side?
Exactly. That helps a lot. Practicing with guys like Rob Davis, Todd Boyd, even some of the freshmen got big size. It's just great. We compete and practice every day, day in and day out, in the sun, when it's cold, day in and day out, we just compete, and that's what we preach. So practicing against guys like that, it's great, and that's going to get you ready for the game, offense and defense.
This was an offense that was averaging 40 points a game coming into it. Talk about feelings like you guys only hold them to 6, and also how you think that would carry over to the rest of the year.
Like I said, it's just humbling. I felt like we played with great confidence, and we just took things play by play, no matter the situation. You just got to take things play by play and just do your job to the best of your ability. That's what Coach Mentor preaches, and that's what we try to relay to the rest of the defense, the rest of the team.
You talked earlier about making the right choice coming to Georgia State. How have you seen yourself grow as a person from that first day stepping on campus?
Of course, leading with Coach Miles. Coach Miles grew as a person, I think, and I think that just helped me grow as a person as well. Watching him evolve helped me evolve just as a person on the field and, of course, off the field. Just doing the right things off the field, like study hall and eating right and going to class on time. All this little things matter, and that's what he preaches, and that's what we try to do.
It felt good to get out there and compete with my brothers, Yeah, so it felt real good today.
What was running through your mind when you first heard you were getting the start?
Just got to be ready, That it didn't change my preparation, how I prepare every week, I prepare as a starter. So when Coach Ewer said and Coach Miles came to me like, Aaron, Connor's down. It's your team right now, so I had to be ready. So nothing really changed in my mind. I just understood the situation and understood that I got to seize this moment. No, not really. I feel like when you're prepared, you don't really get those. So I felt like I was very prepared for this, and so I didn't really have any butterflies now. Mm-hmm. Just trust what I see. I feel like that I was, trying to press the issue too much, trying to do too much, and stay within myself and within the offense. And that's just, just me learning the game, learning that, Aaron, you can't do, same stuff you did in high school 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I was, understanding that, stuff like that's going to happen, and just learning from it. I learned not to throw an interception when we can score a touchdown, But, I think I learned a lot about myself and a lot about, my team. They really, especially the defense, rallied behind me. I felt like during the week, it was all we had a come to Jesus moment in a sense. we all had a conversation like we understand like we gotta start doing everything right, everything off the field, everything on the field. Just do it right, and let the outcome, dictate itself. And I feel like that, that's happened throughout this week, and obviously we're very happy with the result. I mean, that's our goal every week is to run the ball. Obviously I can do that, and I add that element, at the quarterback position, but it doesn't change. Our linemen know that, look, for us to win this game, we got to run the football. I think, without having Kyler Neal out there, I had to, tote the rock a little bit more. And that's fine, whatever it takes to win the football game.
Talk about that fourth down and one down near the goal line. What was the play call, and then what happened?
It was a little play action and throw a little pow pass, and it was just defense called. They got guys that are on scholarship as well. They just made a better play than we did, and we weren't able to execute. So that's all that was. They executed better than us on that play.
What did you see from their defense trying to stop them from running the ball? Because you were running all over the place. So what did you see from them?
I mean, nothing that they didn't do during film. I think they came a little bit more pressure during the second half. That's what I expect, especially after halftime adjustments. But there's nothing really new as far as what they were doing scheme-wise. But, I mean, I'm just happy we got the win. Just happy we got the win. Oh, it felt great. I'm going to take Glenn Smith out to dinner for catching my first collegiate touchdown. But it felt good. It's kind of a monkey on your back as a quarterback. You want to throw your first touchdown pass, and it felt so good. It felt so good.
We only had one rushing also.
Yeah, we did. Obviously it got called back, but that's just fun. That's a fun spot about football. Scoring touchdowns, and when everything comes together and you execute, that's when football is fun.
Can you talk about what it's like being behind that offensive line? Just
Oh, it was great. I have 110,000% confidence in those guys, and they hold me accountable. I hold them accountable, and that's the type of relationship that we have. Like we can, yell at each other and know it's all love. So it's not being behind them is very, very reassuring. And that as far as this game, we know that as far as the offense, it's not an expectation as far as yardage, but regardless of the fact we got the win, that's our main goal every week.
How good did it feel when you see the defense put a couple points, a couple scores on the board?
Oh, yeah.
And get on board with it?
Oh, it felt great. Like I said, I thought the defense played outstanding. They rallied behind their scheme, and B.J. Clay stepped up, played out of his mind. But that's the expectation in this program. When one guy goes down, you gotta be able to come up and step up, and he played great.
When you found out you were going to start, did Connor come to you and talk to you? And did he give you advice, things that he was seeing during the game too? Can you just talk about some of the conversations that you guys had?
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Connor have, as much as somebody might think, having a QB competition to separate some people, we have a great relationship. We hang out outside of football. We hang out. One of my best friends on the football team, actually. And he just came to me, let me know what he saw, asked me questions, picked my brain. So I do the same for him when he's out there. So that relationship, that didn't change. So that's been the way since the beginning of the season. We just feed off each other.
How does your body feel right now? Because I saw you take a couple shots.
Yeah.
Big uglies up
Oh,
there.
yeah. Oh, I haven't been hit like this in a couple years, so I'm feeling it a little bit, but whatever it takes to win the football game, I'm willing to do.